Thank you, Anastasia. That is quite a journey. That is quite a journey.
My goal is now to just improve my accent, I guess, and to climb all the way to the level of C2. But yeah, this is a really hard thing because it's quite easy to improve from like A2 to B1, from B1 to B2, but C1 to C2 is really, really hard because you feel like, oh, I know everything, and next day you feel like, shit, I know nothing. So yeah, this is my journey.
We appreciate you sharing that, experience with us, the roller coaster, emotional roller coaster that you've been through. All right, now I'll come back and make some comment on what you said because you said some profound stuff there. But let me go back. Let me go to Hannah, and then I'll come back to you. So what's up, Hannah?
Thank you so much, Isaac.
All right. So, a little bit about your journey, how you started, where you are, and where you want to go, and of course, the emotional challenges that you went through when you began your language learning.
Okay, at the school we learn English at the school. I actually hated English at the beginning. It was not interesting at all, and because also the education system was just awful in my country. And after that, I was interested in physics, and I couldn't like read the scientific papers or read any advanced physics in the main language, the main scientific language, which is English. And that was painful. That was like emotionally painful. Then I decided like I have to do something. And when I started to learn English, uh, it was challenging, but I overcame this because as much as I learned English, I discovered like how to say it. Like my eyes and my mind just opened. I just saw the world differently when I learned English. And it was like a really, really joyful feeling. And as much as I learned the language, as much as involved in many other things, especially I was translating the articles to Arabic, the scientific articles to Arabic, and also like I was just contributing in something good in my society, and that was also uh, something interesting I found because I just found it like it's a very pleasant feeling to feel that you are contributing in something good in your society, and it was a volunteering work.
Wow, wow,
Yep.
that is great. That is great. Like, yeah, when you feel like your life means something, or the actions or decisions that you're making, the consequences of those decisions is kind of has this positive impact on society, like you said, and on other people. I think that is so heartwarming. Like it's so soothing to know that. So I kind of resonate with what you just said right there. I'll come back and make some comment on that. But let's go to Ricardo. What's up, Ricardo?
Isaac, I'm sorry. Actually, I cannot talk a lot because I am in a very noisy place.
Okay.
Okay, if would you mind to come back to me a bit later?
Absolutely. Whenever you're ready, we will talk to you. So thank you for joining the party. Now let me go to Miller. What's up, Miller?
Hello. So, should I tell about my experience with English?
Exactly.
All
Where
right.
you started, your
Yeah.
journey, and the emotional challenges you faced.
Oh yeah. To be honest, my relationship with with English is not that good. I started studying English in Portugal when I was maybe 15 years old. But the problem is I didn't like it and I was missing the class every time. Every time because I didn't like English class, and then I didn't care about English class. At that time, I was thinking like, I don't need English, so I don't care why I have to go to the class if I will not need English in the future. That was my thinking. And after years, I decided to move to UK, in London, where I'm living now. And what happened is, oh my gosh, I said to myself, now you must learn English because you have no choice. And the thing is, I was very upset with myself because I was feeling like, okay, like I was feeling like I'm stupid, like I cannot speak English because I was trying so hard, and then I didn't see improvements, and I was feeling very upset. And at some point, I was thinking to give up and leave the country and go back to Portugal. But I told to myself, I have to achieve that. I need to speak the basic. I need to achieve that. And then I started to apply for studies. And I went to the college and I started studying slowly, slowly. And after that, I started meeting people, of course, British people and other friends I have, and they was helping me. But yeah, and then after that, I was practicing every day with my friends, and now I'm practice online, and I have my own teacher because I was finding very hard for me to learn English. So I just try to do everything I can. And the best way for me was to meet people, to go to the college. And yeah, now I'm still learning. So, but I was really really upset with myself. But now I'm happy. I can see I'm improving. I'm improving slowly.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mila, for that long, experience, and of course, insightful one as well. Very inspiring, like, it is filled with a lot of emotional, gems right there. Thank you for that, sharing. Before I welcome Shiraz and Leslie, let me go to Anastasia. Anastasia, talk about, I think you moved from your country to Germany, right? And that is where you started.
Oh no, no, I'm still in Russia. I have a double citizenship of Israel and Russia, but I live in Russia mostly.
Okay,
No,
so did you start learning English in Russia, or it was when
yeah,
you?
in Russia, in a small town in Russia, yeah, in my hometown.
Okay, okay. So was it something that was like a requirement, like, to go through the educational system? Was it needed? Was it a must for you to learn English?
Yeah, it was. But actually, my parents had a choice. So they were like a lot of schools close to our house, so they could just they could have chosen any one of them, but they chose this specific one because it was like especially devoted to teaching English and French and German. So I had the second language since I was 11, since the fifth grade, and English was obligatory since the first grade. So since I was 7, I was obliged to learn English.
Great, great. It was obligatory for you to, pursue learn English. That's great. So I think there was a point you reached, and you wanted to express yourself, but you felt like you weren't that fluent. With your peers, schoolmate and classmate. Remember those period. How did you feel, and what are some of the strategies you use to kind of push yourself forward amidst that kind of emotional, stuff?
Well, actually, it wasn't really hard at school because I had a good teacher and I was quite smart. So it wasn't really hard to learn English because we had like a lot of English lessons every week. So it was a slow but constant process of learning. So we had a good teacher, I had some good classmates, the atmosphere was nice. So yeah, I had nothing to be troubled about. But after I graduated from school and I was a university student, I passed all the exams, so I got the free education in one of the best universities in Russia. So I felt so triumphant. I was like, yay, I've done it. Yeah, I'm so smart. Yay, now I know English so wonderfully. Now I'm so fluent. And then I was humbled by just trying to watch a movie in English. Just that. So I was smart enough and I was fluent enough to pass the exams. But I realized that those academic knowledge like this information and these skills they gave us at school, they had nothing to do with the real life experience. So I was able to just have a conversation with native speaker and I didn't have like strong Russian accent, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
So my grammar was okay, my vocabulary was okay, but I wasn't like really afraid to talk in English. But my skills of some real spoken language were pretty poor. So it took me some time to really improve that, to just know more about the real spoken language, the modern English, and the language that doesn't sound like BBC English.
Great, great. So the eye opener was your encounter with, like real movies, right? Like movies, like of course, foreign movies, and you realize that hey, like I really don't understand, so many things. So that is where you found your, you know,
Yeah, I realized that, oh, damn, they speak so fast and they have those accents. They don't sound like those guys on the recordings we listened to at school.
yeah,
And we didn't have a lot of them because this was the pre internet era. So the education was very different then. We didn't have a lot of recordings, we didn't have a lot of chances to listen to the native speakers. So it was pre YouTube, pre everything.
yeah,
So yeah, our teachers never have been into any English speaking country because they were like they had the Soviet education and they were people from the Soviet Union. So yeah, the borders were closed and stuff, and they were also rather poor, so they didn't have the chance to just bring us something real. So and they were also taught by the same people who only learned language from the books and old recordings of some BBC people. No, the real language is very different, and this was like the most the most gorgeous and the most like terrible shock in my life of learning the language. So yeah,
great.
just meeting the real language.
Okay.